Alrighty, guys. So it's been a little bit since our last Palantir update, probably a week, 2 weeks at this point. So let's break down the charts, go over what I'm looking to do, and see where we're at and where we could be going here in the short term. So guys, hit the like button, subscribe, consider joining the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, be a part of my private Discord, all of that. Link down below in the comments, in the description box. You guys know where to find it. So let's get into it. Palantir is trading at $148 a share, trading up as of Thursday's close, 1.3%. Up $2 on Thursday, as of Thursday's close. And we can see here, guys, the stock is not really breaking out by any means. Yeah, we're up about 23 bucks a share from the low back in, let's see, back from early February. So we're up 18% off that low, which is good, but you're noticing we're still clearly in this downtrending channel. I just drew it out. You guys can see it for yourselves. And notice here, we're not yet above this critical resistance, which was support for months, being 150 bucks a share. 150 was support all throughout July into, well, maybe not all throughout July, but end of July into August, all throughout the end of January, right? Then we obviously flushed through 150, got down to 125. Now we're struggling to get back over there. So where we are now on these charts, guys, is a moment of truth for Palantir. You know, not only are we testing that 150 resistance, right, but we're also testing the top of this channel, big resistance there, and we have a cup and handle that might play out potentially, but for it to play out, it needs to break through 150, 160, quite frankly. So it does look pretty decent on the charts in the short term. Yeah, it's up 18% off that low from a couple weeks ago, 2 months ago now, but it's not fully there yet. Keyword is yet, guys, which I am tracking, again, the stock here over the coming days to see and wait and see if we do break that point. I think that's a tradable spot for Palantir here. If it breaks through 150, I can see this easily filling the gap to 160 like that. We were actually just at 160 back in the end of, it looks like March, probably right around the last time I made a video. We were trading at 160. We almost broke out there. We might have talked about the cup and handle in that last video, I forget, but it's still there. We have the cup, the handle, it's still there, but we just have to break through 160. So that's for the overall breakout. But again, in the short term, we might be able to play it from 150 to 160. Then we'll see where we go from there. So let me set some alerts here, guys. $160, mark is at or above, and I'll do another one at $150 per share. Boom, there we go. So again, we might be able to play it from 150 to 160, that little gap right there. Then if 160 breaks, boom, the overall cup and handle plays out, and we could really start to move from that point, in my opinion. And the question is where? Where could we start to go? Well, we can see here upwards towards 190. You know, 190 is a big resistance on Palantir from back in middle of August, back in, October, November, all throughout December, January, we failed breaking through 190. So if this cup and handle plays out, it's going to put us right back in that window. I'm not saying it's going to go right to 190, but yeah, we do have some other resistances between 160 and 190, but that's the main target, 190, and it might chop around the 170s a little bit, kind of like what it did here back in end of September, October, November. So it might chop around there. But yeah, I think if we cleanly break through, we see a clean cut above 160, this thing's gonna go. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. You guys know I'm still in some Palantir long term here, but I did lock in a lot of profits at the end of last year, which I don't regret doing. I'm glad I did that. I booked some good profits there, and now I'm just watching it for that trade, for that move. So I'll keep you guys updated. And of course, if you're in my Patreon, you see all my real-time moves, whether it's trades, investments, options moves I'm making, how I'm creating income within my portfolio. You guys see everything, and there's a private Discord. Check it out. Link down below, pinned in the comments, description box. So let's go over now some other stocks I'm looking at for this week. Intel is definitely near the top of the list here. Intel looks great on the charts, quite frankly, guys. We had a almost 5% green day on Thursday, and with that move, we broke out of a multi-week resistance, being about 48, 48.50, $50 a share. We had a nice green day Thursday, so I think this could potentially continue this momentum we're seeing. We have a clear gap up to about 55, 56 a share, where we hit right before earnings. I think that was in the end of January, so I think we could fill this gap to 55 on this momentum that we're already seeing starting to build up. So I'm watching Intel for that, INTC, and by the way, their earnings are coming up on the 23rd of April, which is in less than 3 weeks from today. So get ready for Intel, guys. Very big quarter expected out of Intel. Let's see, what other stocks? CrowdStrike is starting to try to get back over 400. Which I think, if I had to guess, CrowdStrike probably bottomed, or it's at the bottom right now. I don't want to say for sure. It's tough to call bottoms, guys. Who knows, what's going to happen with Iran, the Middle East. It's hard to say, but this stock had a panic moment when we got, Claude or whatever the security one was. A lot of these, even the cybersecurity names, which, let's be honest, is Claude freaking Bot gonna take over cybersecurity for a lot of these mega firms? No, that's not realistic. And it's just so, I mean, the panic selling was so obvious in the moment. I was literally going to add some CrowdStrike in the mid 300s, but I didn't. I used to own this stock. I bought it during the July IT outage. When was that? 2 years ago. I bought it at like 200. I made some good money, locked in gains near 400 or 500. I forget exactly where, but at this point, I'm just watching it. Again, I was going to add some. I didn't. I mean, you could still add here. You could argue it's still beating up, but I'm just watching it. Wait and see approach for CrowdStrike, but it's definitely my favorite, what's it called? Cybersecurity stock. Me personally, and the more you pull the layers back, when in doubt, zoom out, the better it looks. You guys can see CrowdStrike on this 3-year chart looks great. We can see the max chart, the monthly chart looks great. So when in doubt, zoom out. Don't let, short-term noise freak you out. And yeah, maybe long-term, Claude, whatever the next AI is going to be, could potentially really disrupt these cybersecurity companies, but I think it's an overreaction. A lot of that stuff, it panicked investors, and it made them rethink the 5-10 year outlook of a lot of these names, these software stocks. But I don't think the cybersecurity stocks are going to be as disrupted as people think. That's just me. So I don't want to go too on and on in this video, guys. We're about 8 minutes in. Perfect timing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Check out the links down below if you want some free money for Moomoo, up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock for Moomoo, and up to 8.1% APY on your cash from them. And again, check out the link for the Patreon if you're interested. And now, cheers. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'll see you in the next video.